Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Whoever keeps the word of Christ, the Lord God is truly perfected in him. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to St. Matthew. Jesus said, "Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, you hypocrites! You are like whitewashed tombs, which appear beautiful on the outside, but inside are full of dead men's bones and every kind of filth. Even so, on the outside you appear righteous, but inside you are filled with hypocrisy and evil doing. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, you hypocrites! You build the tombs of the prophets and adorn the memorials of the righteous. And you say, if we had lived in the days of our ancestors, we would not have joined them in shedding the prophets' blood. Thus you bear witness against yourselves that you are the children of those who murdered the prophets. Now fill up what your ancestors measured out." The Gospel of the Lord. I'm sure that the readings today kind of frustrated Sister Mary Rose a little bit, not for what they said, but for what they didn't say. She's always reminding me of the things that are left out. And you know what? She has a point. She has a point. Sometimes some of the things that are left out that are not said really kind of are salient points of the message that's trying to be given to us. You know, Paul says this morning in his second letter to the Thessalonians, you know, that's a tongue twister, it can be, you know. He said that people have become more concerned with the business of other people's than their own business. And he says the reason for that is because they're idle. They got nothing to do. And because they've got nothing to do, or because they're not finding things to keep themselves busy by working and contributing to the general order of what should be contributed to, they gossip. They gossip. And so Jesus this morning has something to say about that. Woe to you. Not just the scribes and the Pharisees. You are like whitewashed tombs, which appear beautiful on the outside, but inside you're full of dead men's bones and every kind of filth. So Paul says those who don't work shouldn't eat. But what are we consuming? So if all you're going to do is you're going to feed on Twitter and Facebook, you're taking that stuff in. I'm really amazed at what is going on in our culture today, that some of the people that we have elected and put in positions of responsibility and authority, the things that is coming out of their mouths. You can disagree with somebody. You can disagree with somebody and say, I don't agree with that. But to attack the person and to cut them off at the ankles, It takes away from the dignity of what it means to be a human person. And if we lose sight of that, then we all suffer. Every one of us suffers when we lose sight of the fact of what it means to be a human person. And so the responsorial psalm this morning says, "Blessed are those who fear the Lord. Blessed are those who have great respect and dignity for the Lord." Well, you know what? The Lord shows us the importance of what the dignity, what it means to be human. What are we consuming in our society and in our culture? And then, of course, there's verse 33, which was left out in the gospel this morning, and Jesus says, "You serpents, you brood of vipers, how can you flee from the judgment of hell?" Oh my gosh. You know, it is a serious, serious, serious sin to destroy a person's character. It's a serious sin. And they don't die one death, they die 1,000, because the things that we say spread. There isn't a person in this church this morning who has not suffered at some point from gossip. All of us have. The things that have been said about us. All of us. And so the other day I said, you know, I've got absolutely no use for social media because it's a big accident waiting to happen, and it's a head-on collision. Head-on collision. Instead of spending our time on Facebook and Twitter, let's spend our time in the Scriptures. Instead of consuming the gossip that's coming out of social media, let's consume the Holy Eucharist. We become what we eat.